Good morning, welcome back. Sunny England today, very, very nice weather outside, and another full body session. So thank you so much for joining me, and happy to report strength has been going up consecutively for the last 4 weeks. I'm kind of progressing like a beginner. Had a few injuries in the last year, as well as moments of not being fully training properly because of life events. However, so yeah, I can pretty much progress like a beginner for a while, and the specific focus on full body has really helped. Rather than having my eggs in all these baskets of where I'm trying to do 4 different movements for each muscle group, I've narrowed it down to about 2. So I'm doing the basic movements, as in like for push, it's horizontal and a vertical. I've not introduced like a fly or anything. Same with pulling, it's horizontal pulling and vertical pulling. It's a great setup, honestly. If you're someone that is not progressing as fast as you want to progress, and you feel like there's too many things to think about, there's too many variables, just shorten it down. Don't worry about people that say minimalism and maximalism, this is better, that's better. Don't worry about it. Just pick a handful of exercises that work for your body and just go ham. There's no point overthinking in terms of, oh, am I doing too little, too more, too less? Am I fatiguing myself too hard? Am I training too hard? That's all noise. That is all noise. What you need to focus on, or what you should focus on exactly, is, am I stronger than before? If that's the case, it always goes back to the old analogy that I've heard from many people. If there's someone benching about 150 kilos, are they going to be small? No. Chances are that's not the case. So yeah, just focus on your lifts and everything else will follow properly. But having said that, today has been one of those days where, in the morning especially, I was sort of filming little bits here and there. I just didn't feel right for training. Part of me just wasn't going to film today because I was like, you know what, I don't feel great. I'm just going to mope around a little bit, have a session and then just call it a day. But I realized physiologically, apart from maybe being not as like well fed as I would have been on another day because I'm training earlier, physiologically, like physically, everything's the same. It's just psychologically sometimes you count yourself out. And the difference really is, like, let's put it to a point where you're training for a year, you're training for 2 years, and you realize in those 2 years where you've had days where you just feel a bit off, every time if you didn't step into the gym, or every time you didn't go when you didn't feel like it, you probably would only train half-heartedly, number one. Number two, not as often. And the gym is one of those things that requests consistency from you and sustained focus on progression. It doesn't really care how you mentally feel, because it's obviously your body that's going to be doing the driving. It's same with the food side of things. Obviously, when you're your body's going to want to, your mind, is going to ask you to have certain highly palatable foods, but you have to kind of override it. I know it's your brain doing both of those things, the overriding part as well, but it's a case of who you listen to. You know, there's going to be parts of you that's going to say, oh, take it easy today, you've earned it, you've had a bad day, or you just didn't feel like it in the morning, but you have to override it. The more days you have that you can override it, the better balance you'll have with your routine as well. So give it a week or 2 weeks and you find yourself 4 or 5 days in those 2-3 weeks where you're kind of like, I'm a bit bummed out, I don't feel a bit. But when you go, the following week, you'll notice there'll be less days of that, because your body has a pattern recognition system where it says, okay, every time I don't feel great, I do it anyway. And psychologically, that can be a huge win for a lot of people. It switches a mindset from a loser's mindset to a winner's mindset. So next time you're in that same position, your body will have that recognition, your brain will have that recognition and say, okay, you feel bad? Had bad sleep? Well done, nice, thank you for sharing. When do we go to work? And it's not going to happen by magic. Plenty of people out there who will say, I want to be in shape, I want to train really hard, I want to eat properly. And then you sort of speak to them about what is needed to achieve that. They don't want to do it. So you need to be someone that says, okay, if I really want to be different, or if I want to change anything, just like anything else that you do in life, it requires different action to what you're already doing now. How can you improve something and then how can you expect things to change when you're doing the same exact thing day in, day out? And the results are there. Yeah, if you're kind of overweight, or if you're struggling with training, sitting at home or listening to your head telling you not to train, unfortunately isn't going to be the thing that will get you out. It's going to have to be done by force. Like today, I look pretty pumped up where I'm speaking about all this. Inside, I don't really want to train exactly today. Something doesn't feel right, but I'm pushing through. Sometimes you have to do things. I mean, you've probably heard it plenty of times where you hear people say, if you're feeling bad or crap, you should do it anyway. And then sometimes it's easy just to lay in bed, that extra half an hour or whatever, but snapping out of it, it's art. It takes time. So don't be too hard on yourself if you can't do it at the moment. Some days you cave in, some days you won't. And the ones that you don't will cause the momentum for you to be able to train long term.